Speaking of teams that should be very good on defense, Toronto Raptors set at 36.5. All you.
I have a question before I give you my over-under. Will this team spend a single possession this season operating in the half court?
Yeah, sure. I think there'll be one.
Just one. How is this line so low?
I could not figure that out. This is my order of magnitude biggest overlock.
I think a few things are happening here. Kyle Lowry left. People are reading too much into that in the sense that Dragic cannot replace his defense. He does give you a viable replacement on offense, even though he's not doing all of the same things. Maybe you're assuming they trade Siakam or Van Fleet. It doesn't sound like Siakam is going to miss too much time to start the season with his injury. So if you're assuming he's going to be healthy, that Chris Boucher is going to be healthy, I understand they have Scottie Barnes, and it looks like they're going to play him. I think he ultimately hurts you on offense as a scorer. I think he might be like as close to a net positive defender as you can be as a rookie. And also, he's making really good decisions as a playmaker. If they're going to play this fast and furious, I think that could help them get to a league average offense. There's Fred VanVleet. OG Anunoby looks just, don't even forget the numbers.
Amazing.
Just the aesthetics of his game on offense looks so good. And so unless you tell me or that you're banking on them trading one of their top three players or more, obviously, in Siakam, OG, or VanVleet, I'm smashing the over here. And yeah, injuries could throw that off. I'm just not going to cake those in by default. I will say I did go on this similar rant last year, and they ended up just they were by the under by like a mile, but they tanked last year.
Right.
I think that might be the risk here with our over, is that this is a team with Masai Ujiri at the helm. They're not going to aim to finish 8th, 9th, 7th, 10th. So they're not very clearly in the top 6. I could see them, not selling. I mean, could I see them trading Gary Trent Jr. around the trade deadline? Sure. But not selling, but shutting guys down again. And that's where this could go sideways.
And you still haven't even mentioned Precious Achiuwa, Yuta Watanabe. You just mentioned Trent Jr. as a potential trade candidate. Malachi Flynn could break out in a big way as a sophomore.
People have said, and I've listened, that their youth, because you mentioned Malachi Flynn and we talked about Scottie Barnes, that their youth hurts them on defense. But it's like so many of the kids
I don't know.
Could be
I don't know that
feisty defenders that I'm not sure about that.
So you know how when you build win projections, you kind of just go through them and then see what they add up to, and then inevitably you're way too high on way too many teams because you have to get down to 1230 for the number of wins you're doling out. So I originally had Toronto winning 45 games, and they were one of the ones that I had to cut back on because I was way over the designated number. So I ended up with 43, which is still just shattering the over-under. There's just so much to like about this team if even a sliver of what we're seeing from OG Anunoby actually translate to the regular season. I am unbelievably high on what Fred VanVleet can do without Kyle Lowry next to him, just because he has the kind of game that is built to thrive both as an on-ball scoring presence and also as an off-ball weapon, which we're going to see more and more of this year with Anunoby taking over possessions, with Siakam operating when he's healthy. He's shown
What if Dragic is good?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that. What if he's good?
Yeah, he's shown a lot of VanVleet still has shown a lot of chemistry with Boucher in the pick and roll game, the pick and pop game, and they're going to be operating more alongside each other this year. And then there's Dragic, who is still a useful offensive piece even at bare minimum. So I have no idea why this line is what it is.
I am more concerned about their offense than their defense, just because Dragic probably is knowing that Toronto's going to take the long view, unless they're like 3rd in the East or something. I could see them moving him if a team wants help. I'd be shocked if they bought him out. And then you get into a point where it's like, okay, you have Fred VanVleet and Siakam. Now you need OG Anunoby to be that guy, and he might be. I'm just a little bit.
I think he is.
Yeah, I think he is too. But I'm just saying, everyone seems concerned at both ends for them. I'm probably more worried about the offense because of what it looks like. Like even Siakam, the best version of him is like not this half court savant. Like, let me break down the defense. Fred VanVleet can be that guy. Maybe Dragic is that guy a little bit. Is OG Anunoby that guy? He might be. It's just, I'm surprised that people, I guess, are as low on their defense as they are, is my point. I'm more concerned about how they fare on offense than their defense. And they should be one of like the low-key best league pass watches to me. When we did our league pass rankings, I think I had them at 2 because they're going to play at like this frantic
I think you
pace.
had them at 1.
Did I?
I think
That sounds
so.
like me.
Yeah, it does.